Hello and welcome. My name is Erin, and for today's yoga practice, we will be doing some exercises that will help with strengthening our back, also doing some side bending, so we'll be stretching along the sides of our torso. To get started, all you'll need is your mat. If you have any knee sensitivity, grab a cushion for your knees or a blanket. You can come to a cross-legged position, or you can have your legs out in front of you, whichever is more comfortable. We'll take a moment. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable with that, or just soften your gaze and bring attention to your breath. You can place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And tuning into your breath here. Breathing in and out through your nose, taking a nice long inhale and long exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, letting it go. One more time. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, letting it go. If you'd close your eyes, softly blink them open, resting your hands in your lap or along the sides of you. Now, in our seated position, we want to think of making sure we're sitting up nice and tall. So imagine if there's a string on the crown of your head, pulling you all the way up to the ceiling. So really elongating your spine here. On your next inhale, let's bring our arms up overhead. Exhale, drop your left hand down as we reach over to our left with our right arm. Again, making sure you're keeping your whole body in line and you're still nice and long throughout your torso. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, go the other way. So right hand comes down as you reach over to the right with your left hand. Inhale, we'll come through center. We'll do that 2 more times each way. Exhale as you go, reaching over to your left side. Inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, reaching over to your right again. Inhale, come through center. 1 more time each way. Inhale brings us back through center. Exhale, reaching over to your right. One last time. Inhale, coming through center. This time we're going to turn into a twist. So rotating our torso all the way over to our left side, bringing our right hand to our left knee. Left hand comes behind you for support. As you exhale, keep twisting, only going as far as it feels good for you. And then on your next exhale, slowly coming back to center. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, rotate your torso over to your right side, bringing left hand to right knee. Right hand comes behind you for support. And then on your next exhale, slowly unwind, coming back through to center. Keeping it moving, we'll transition to a tabletop pose. So you want to have your knees in line with your hips and your shoulders in line with your wrists. You can have your toes tucked or untucked, and then please use a cushion or blanket if you have any sensitivity for your knees. Coming to cat-cow, we're going to do a little bit of a moving cat-cow or spinal waves. So as you come to your cow, tipping your tailbone up, dropping your belly down, lifting your head and chest forward, we're going to move our body forward as we do that, bringing our shoulders kind of over our fingertips. Then we will, as we come to our exhale, coming to our cat, drop your head down, round through your spine, tuck your tailbone, and move back. Then coming through back to our cow, tilt your tailbone up, drop your belly, head and chest come forward. We'll do that a couple more times. Coming through to your cat, drop your head down, round through your back, tailbone is tucked as you move back, and then coming forward again through to our cow as we inhale, and then exhale, coming through to our cat. We'll do that a couple more times. You can go at your own pace, making it a little bit quicker, or maybe going a little bit slower. We'll do it one more time, and then we're going to change directions. Coming through to your cat, come back to a neutral tabletop position, and we're going to change the direction. So coming through to our cow, tipping our tailbone and dropping our belly down, lifting our head and chest forward. We're going to move back, and then as we move back, tuck our tailbone down, round through your spine, come forward with your head dropped, and then coming through to our cow, bringing our tailbone back up, dropping our belly, lifting our head and chest. We'll go through it a couple more times. Again, go at your own pace here. One last time each way, coming through to your cow, and then coming forward through cat, and then coming back to a neutral tabletop position. Bring your hands, just one hand print forward, tuck your toes, and then we're going to come to downward facing dog. So lifting your knees off the mat, pushing your hips up and back. Make sure your fingertips are spread out wide and the creases of your elbows are spinning out. So that they're facing each other. And then extending your arms out, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears, pushing your hips up and back. Bend your knees if you have any tension along the back side of your legs. And then feel free to pedal here. Maybe you move your hips from side to side. Or maybe you're just staying in stillness in your downward dog. You can shake your head. No, maybe nod at yes. On your next inhale, look forward, come up on your tippy toes, and slowly walk towards the front of your mat, coming to your hands. When you get to the front, take a moment to fold. Pressing evenly through your feet, we're going to roll up slowly, taking our time here. Coming all the way up. Standing once your head is up, bring your arms up overhead. As you exhale, let your hands come down. Now in our standing position, coming to mountain pose, making sure you have your feet about hip width apart here, or a little bit closer together if that's more comfortable for you. Making sure you're pressing your feet evenly into your mat. This will engage your leg muscles. Bring attention to your core muscles, engage your core. Spin your arms out and bring your shoulders back and down. And have your head in a neutral position. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our arms up overhead. And then from here, we're going to try to make the shape of a banana with our body. So we're going to bring our arms over to the left side while we move our hips over to the right. Reaching over. Again, you have your core engaged here. Use your core muscles as you reach over. Make sure your body is still in line. So you're not coming forward, but make sure your arms are back. And then on your next inhale, we're going to slowly make our way back to neutral. Bring your arms down, shake it out, and then we'll do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Make sure you have your core engaged. And then as you exhale, reach over to your right as your hips move over to your left. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Then on your next inhale, make your way back up to center. Bring your arms down. Now we'll come to some swaying here. So you can bring your legs a little bit wider apart we're just going to sway and spin on our foot as we do it. So coming, swaying the opposite way, bringing the opposite foot up on your toes, swaying your arms back and forth. Do it one more time. Then coming back to stillness at the top of your mat. Pressing evenly through your feet. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Fold forward. And you're also welcome to come halfway down, resting your forearms on your thigh. Or you're also welcome to come all the way down. Your hands reach the floor. On your next inhale, we're going to halfway lift up. So either bringing your hands to your shins, making sure you have a long, straight back here, no rounding. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands down, step your right foot back, coming to a low lunge. Make sure you have your left foot flat, your knee tucked over your ankle. You can use your left leg for support as you come up. Push your hips forward. Inhale, bring your right hand up. You can leave your left hand on your leg for support. And then from here, again, maintaining that nice elongated spine, we're going to reach over to our left. Feeling a nice stretch along the right side of our torso, all the way down our right hip and thigh. Inhale, come back. Exhale, hands down. Coming to a supported plank. Slowly lower all the way down, coming and setting up for cobra pose. So with your face on your mat, your legs extended out behind you, press firmly into the tops of your feet. Bring your elbows in. Make sure your tailbone is tucked towards your heels. Fingertips right underneath your shoulders. On your next inhale, slowly lift your head and chest up. Bring your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Take a breath here. And then on your next exhale, lower back down. Inhale, tuck your toes. Push up to downward facing dog. Bring your hips up and back. Be careful of what's behind you. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through between your hands. If you have to scooch it forward, that's fine. Bring your left knee down. Make sure you have your right foot flat. Again, you can use your leg for support. Inhale brings you up. Left arm up overhead. Again, making sure we have our core engaged here. Push your hips forward. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reaching over to your right side. Feeling that nice stretch along the left side of your torso this time, all the way down to your thigh. Inhale, come back through to center. Hands come down. Plank, lower all the way down. Coming back to our cobra pose. Elbows in, fingertips right underneath your shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet, and then on your next inhale, slowly lift up. Maybe come up just a little bit higher this time. And then on your next exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes. Push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Look forward, walk your feet towards your hands. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then pressing firmly through your feet, roll all the way up. Once your head's up, bring your arms up overhead. Then we're going to keep adding on to that. Bring your hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folds, coming all the way down onto your mat. This time, stepping your left leg back behind you. Your right foot is flat in front of you. Make sure your knees tucked over your ankle. Engage your core. And as you inhale, come all the way up. Maybe you come up hands-free this time. Push your hips forward. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. Exhale, hands down. Bringing your right leg back behind you, and then coming to a kneeling position. From here, we're going to come to gate pose. Bringing our left leg out to the side and having our heel in line with our knee, and making sure our right hip or left hip is in line with our left thigh. Engage your core muscles. Inhale, arms up overhead. We're going to drop our right hand down, resting it on our right thigh, and then reaching over to our right with our left hand overhead as we slowly move our right hand down our thigh. Again, only going as far as it feels good for you. Make sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears. And then on your next inhale, slowly come back through center. Exhale, bring your hands down. Bring your leg back in line. Come back down, coming to plank pose here. Maybe you come with your knees up, or maybe you come to supported plank again with your knees down. On your next exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Setting up for cobra pose. On your next inhale, lift up, maybe come up just a little bit higher than before. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your toes. Push your hips up and back, coming back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through. Making sure you get your front foot flat. Inhale, come all the way up. Push your hips forward. Make sure you have your core engaged. Shoulders are down away from your ears. And then exhale, hands down. Slowly bring your left leg back, coming to our kneeling position, and then coming to gate pose on the other side. So left leg is extended out. Make sure you have your heel in line with your knee, and then your hip is in line with your right leg. Turn your core on, engage those muscles. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, left hand comes to your left thigh. And then inhale, lifting up through your torso. And then exhale, slowly moving your body towards your left. You're reaching over. Only going as far as it feels good for you. Making sure you keep your shoulders away from your ears here. And then on your next inhale, coming all the way back to center. Exhale, bring your hands down. Bring your leg back in line. Walk your hands out, coming to either supported plank with your knees down, or you can have your knees up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Coming back to your cobra. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Or maybe you're still coming to a baby cobra, which is totally fine. Exhale, coming all the way back down. Tuck your toes. Push your hips up and back. Coming to downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Catching your breath. Then on your next inhale, walk your feet forward. Take a moment to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Head up, arms up. And then exhale, bring them down. We're going to go through that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping our right foot back this time. Coming back to our low lunge. Again, you can use your leg for support, or maybe you come up hands free. Push your hips forward. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. You have your core engaged. Exhale, hands down. Coming back to our gate pose. Left side. So left foot out. Make sure you have your toes pointed forward. Heels in line with your knees. Hip in line with your thigh. Inhale, bring your arms up. Drop your left hand down. And then as you exhale, reach over towards your left side, feeling that nice stretch along the right side of your torso. Making sure you're not coming forward, but staying back, keeping your body in alignment. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands down. Bring your knee back in line. And then from here, we're going to add on, coming back to a tabletop position with our knees in line with our hips and our shoulders right over our wrist. Coming to balancing cat, we're going to extend our right leg out behind us. You can have your toes tucked. And then pouring your weight into your right hand, we're going to bring our left arm out in front of us. Now you can stay here, making sure you have your core and muscles engaged. Or you can play with lifting your leg, maybe tapping your toes down. And then coming to your breath here. Then on your next exhale, lowering everything down, coming back to your tabletop position, and then we'll do the other side. Left leg back behind you, toes can be tucked. Pour your weight into your left hand and raise your right hand up. And then again, playing with lifting and bringing your leg up, or just letting it. I'm going to move so I have more space. So either tapping your toes down or keeping your leg lifted with your foot flexed or your toes pointed, whichever one is more comfortable for you. Then slowly lowering everything back down. Coming to your supported plank with your knees down, or lifting your knees up with me. As you exhale, lower all the way down. Maybe you come through to upward facing dog, or maybe you come to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, walk your feet. Actually, we're not going to do that yet because we still have to do the other side. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, come up. Shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, hands down. Bring your leg back down, and then bring your right leg out to gate pose. Make sure you have your core engaged again. Everything's in alignment here. Inhale, arms up overhead. Drop your right hand down towards your thigh. And then as you exhale, slowly reach over towards your right, sliding your right arm down. On your next inhale, slowly come back up through center. Exhale, hands come down. Bring your right leg back in line, and then we'll come back to balancing cat, coming down to our tabletop position again. Making sure we have our hips in line with our knees and our shoulders in line with our wrist. Extend out your left leg behind you, and then extend your right arm in front of you. Again, you can play with tapping your toes down, keeping your foot up, whichever one works better for you. Engaging your core muscles here. And looking straight down so your neck is elongated. On your next exhale, slowly lower everything down. Give yourself a second. Then we'll go to the other side. Right leg behind, left arm out, lift your right leg up or play with tapping your toes. And then on your next exhale, slowly lowering everything down, coming to plank pose, lowering down, coming to cobra or up dog with your thighs off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then from here, slowly bring your knees down. Big toes touch. Bring your hips towards your heels. Your arms can be out in front of you, or if it feels more comfortable, you can bring them behind you. And then slowly lower your forehead all the way down on your mat, making sure you have your neck, not crunching it down, but making sure it's elongated here. And on your next inhale, slowly lift your head up and then snake your way forward, coming all the way down onto your belly. From here, we're going to do somewhat of a modified locust pose, or sometimes it's called swimmer pose. We're going to extend our arms out in front of us, but make sure you have your shoulders away from your ears. You want to have your head, your forehead flat on your mat, and then your legs, you want to be pressing into the very tops of your thighs. So you might need to adjust your legs and rotate them inward so that you're pressing onto the tops of your thighs and tops of your feet. From here, we're going to lift our head up and then lift opposite arm and leg up, making sure we engage our core muscles here. So lifting our stomach in and up. Exhale, we'll lower down, and then we'll do the opposite side. So making sure you're looking down straight at your mat so your neck is elongated here, and then just lifting one arm and then the other, and then bringing everything down, and then lifting up. Again, opposite leg, opposite arm. So left leg, right arm. Left arm, right leg. And keep breathing as you're moving and lifting. Inhale to lift, exhale, lower. We'll do it a couple more times here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. And then bring your head all the way down. Maybe bending your elbows, making a pillow with your forehead. And then sliding your hands to the side, pushing yourself up and back, coming back to child's pose. This time maybe you come with your legs closer together, folding over, bringing your forehead down. Maybe you bring your arms behind you, trying it a different way. Coming to your breath. And on your next inhale, slowly come up, making your way to a seated position on your mat. Bringing your legs out wide, flexing through your feet, making sure you're sitting on your sit bones here. So adjusting yourself as needed. And then we're going to come to one last side body stretch. We're going to inhale, lift up through our chest, and then as we exhale, we're going to slowly reach towards our left foot. And as we do that, we're not gonna be facing down, but rather lifting up. So your head and chest are lifted up towards the ceiling as you reach over. Maybe your right hand comes behind you, dropping that shoulder down as you do. Keeping your feet flexed here. Then on your next inhale, we're gonna slowly come back up through center. And then we'll do the other side. So inhale lifts us up. Exhale, reaching over to your right. Again, spinning to make sure your chest and head are looking up. Bring your left hand behind you. Relax your left shoulder. Next inhale brings us up through center. And then we'll close our legs. So grabbing that side of your legs, coming through to staff pose with our feet flexed. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Bringing your hands to the outside of your legs. Making sure you're elongated here, so not trying to grab your legs and hunching over, but just folding over, just going as far as you can here. Staying in your range of motion. And then maybe you grab your shins or your ankles or even your feet, whichever is available for you. And then just let everything go. Let your legs flop, let your head hang. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly roll all the way up. And then coming all the way down onto our mat. So coming all the way on our backs here, we're going to come to a twist. So we're going to go to our left. So bring your arms out to a T. And then using your feet, push your hips up. Move your hip all the way over to the right so you can sit your the left side of your hip down. So you're kind of at an angle here. Then bring your knees towards your chest, and then slowly on an exhale, bring your legs all the way down to your left side. Keeping your legs together. You can leave your head looking up at the ceiling if you want a little extra. Slowly turn your head towards the right if it feels good. And then just come to your breath here. And then on your next inhale, make sure you have your head turned to look back up at the ceiling, and then slowly bring your legs back. Bring your legs into your chest. And then we'll do the other side. So, feet on your mat, bring your hips up, bring them all the way over to the left, and then set your right side of your hip down. Bring your knees into your chest, and then as you exhale, drop your legs all the way over to the right. Again, you have the option to slowly turn your head and look towards your left, but only if that feels good for you. And then on your next inhale, make sure your head is back at center. Slowly bring your legs back up. Give your legs a hug. And then coming to our final pose in Shavasana. Come all the way with your legs extended. Palms are facing up. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. Soften the muscles in your face. So relax your forehead. Relax your cheeks and your jaws, in your jaw. I'm going to go quiet for a few moments here, just to give you some space, and then I will come and get you when the time is ready. You can start taking a deeper breath in, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe you take an overhead stretch. And then slowly bringing your knees into your chest. You can either roll over to one side or the other, or maybe you just rock all the way up. Coming to a seated position, bringing your hands in the center of your chest. Thank you for your practice today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Thank you.